look how pretty these are. These are sweet. So this is the Heartleaf Brunnera Bareroots. You're getting 3 bare roots here. A shade-loving perennial with lush foliage and these really delicate little teeny tiny blue blossoms that are so sweet. $23.98. I love the leaves on this.
Oh, yes.
Oh, they're like velvet. Oh, okay. M134885 to bring this home, $7.99 on an easy pay, and you're getting 3 of them as bare roots.
I am so excited to be bringing this plant. It is, I've planted hundreds of these. My dad loves this. It's his favorite shade plant. I was actually talking to him on the way over here, and I was like, I have the Heartleaf Brunnera in my show. He's like, my favorite shade plant? My dad was a biology teacher. I have a long history of gardening in my family, and so that says a lot. This is such a versatile, I call this a problem solver plant.
Okay.
I mean, for me, every plant solves a problem because it brings me so much happiness. I told you that before, but you have shade in your wherever you live because the sun comes up, rises in the east and sets in the west. So the north side of your house is typically very shady.
Okay.
The south side of your house is where it gets the beating sun. So we all have a shady spot. And then likely you've got covered porches, you have areas under trees, you have containers, window boxes, all these areas where you need something for the shade that's not going to be weeds, right? And this is where the Brunnera comes into play because it is not just Pachysandra or some boring, I'm sorry Pachysandra, but forgive me, but some boring plant that doesn't do anything for both the wildlife and for you because it has no color. You are getting the stunning, I mean, first let's talk about the foliage because that's what's going to be on this plant from early spring until many, many, many frosts. You've got this gorgeous, let's see, which one are we on? This gorgeous silver heart-shaped leaves, which are fuzzy, but look at the silver veining in them. So even when the plant is not in bloom, you've got a little lightness in the shade. And they're dense and they're ground cover, so they stay low to the ground. But then in spring, these blue flowers. Did you know that blue is this like ever sought after plant in the garden, or color in the garden?
I heard that because you don't find it very often.
No, you don't find it very often. So you called it a periwinkle earlier. It's definitely in the periwinkle family, and it is just popping off and it rises above the foliage. So now you have a dense ground cover that works in the shade, works in like kind of wet areas if you need, if you have that area, that problem area, but will also give you these sweet blue flowers. Check, check, check.
Something about it feels very ethereal.
Yes.
Feels very like woodland.
Yeah, the way the flowers rise up above. Oh, it's very woodland. That's where I planted them at my dad's house. Really, he was like, your husband planted hundreds of holes. So I planted hundreds. I directed, which I do really well.
Yes, indeed. I mean, it's a skill set. We don't all have that skill set. Exactly. Well done. Well played. Well played.
I mean, this in the woods, they work great in dappled shade, full dark shade, cool areas, and again, like I said, those really wet areas where along ponds, streams, kind of dip or down parts of your yard. They really are one of those problem-solving plants that, I mean, when I saw it in the lineup, I was just so excited because it is one of those plants that you don't see everywhere. And even if you did see it, you might not realize its full potential.
How does it come to us?
So we ship these bare roots.
This is bare roots also? Okay.
The things in the show, perennial and bare root. These are the things we're repeating. But one of the reasons, you know.
Ooh, look at this bare root. Ooh. They all look so different, which I'm fascinated by.
So neat. So the reason why we ship them bare root, as a reminder, you know I love bare root, but it's easier on you and easier on the plant. So this is going to get established so much more quickly. You will absolutely get flowers and foliage this year. But with this one, you will want to bury it again like our sunflowers. You want to bury the whole thing under the soil. Yep. Okay. So they get to be a nice, decent spread. So each one of these will get to be about 2 feet wide. So again, in this container, I'm going to go ahead and plant 2, but I want to get the whole thing under the soil.
3 in total.
Yes. So I'll put 2 in here so you can see, you know, and again, if here is the part that is, you see those little pink parts? That's the part that goes up.
Okay.
The roots go down, hairy roots. So put it in there, backfill with soil, and
get your popsicle sticks out.
Get those popsicle sticks out to mark This is more of an early spring plant. So the sunflower is summer. It would take a little bit longer to bloom. This one will bloom, will start to come up out of the ground within a couple of weeks. So really instant gratification, really, really fast grower. I know, isn't that the coolest?
I mean, I'm kind of fascinated. It's kind of like an alien. I love it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Come on over here with me real fast, because from that to this.
Yes.
Is so impressive. From that to this takes your breath away. From that to this gives you this burst of charming color, that blue that is so rare that we don't see very often in Mother Nature and her florals. But then the leaves themselves stand on their own with their texture, with their heart shape. They're so sweet. You have that lightness to them. I love everything about this.
And to add to your love, it's deer. You have balcony, so you don't have deer problems, but many of us do. And you do all this work. So this is deer and rabbit resistant as well, because the leaves have this really fuzzy texture. So look at those cute little periwinkle flowers that you get in spring. But then the big thing here is that you just get some silver foliage in the shade that chokes out weeds.
It like sparkles. Yeah,
it's just beautiful.
It really does. So M134885 is going to be your item number for the 3 pieces of the Heartleaf Brunnera Bareroots, $7.99 on an easy pay to bring it on home, and it ships for free.